Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. Appreciate you stopping by today to see what's on the agenda. If you're new here, I'm Carey. I'm a matchmaker and a dating coach in the Chicago area. Oh yeah, I've got my little graphic here I made. And I'm not going to tell you to please subscribe, but I am going to say that if at some point during this episode you're enjoying the information or the conversation, at that point, if you're enjoying it, I would hope you'd subscribe. Talking about relationships today as opposed to dating, but you're thinking about the relationships, and that is part of your dating process to know what you're looking for. So relationship advice, and I thought of one more thing in a relationship. One more thing you need. That's what we're talking about. Stick around because that's what's on the agenda. So it's not just me. I know for years I've been saying to you, positivity this, positive attitude that, positive mindset, positive thinking, do some affirmations. It's all about the positive energy you're putting out there. I'm not alone here because positivity is a pretty important thing, it seems, in a partnership. As important or more so than looks, personality, brains, even charisma or a sense of humor. Charisma, that episode, did you see that one? Charisma is good to have. That's a helpful bonus if you can acquire that or are partnered with somebody who's charismatic. But even more important than these things, studies have shown, I'm reading all the time about this stuff. So a lot of times reading a new study is what's the impetus for me wanting to talk about my thoughts or how it affects what I'm looking for or the clients I'm working with or how it's already been incorporated into my coaching, etc. So I read somewhere that they call people who have positive energy positive energizers, because not only is that something that they're feeling, but when they're putting it out there, it's also being taken in by other people. So you may have met a positive energizer, maybe at a work event or on a date or at a party or with a group of friends or at school or in your friend group. But these people, when you're around them, you feel more energetic, you feel enthused, you feel inspired sometimes, and most important in the dating world, you feel a connection because these people make you feel connected to them by the energy they're putting out there. So if you've ever been around somebody who sucks the energy out of the room, then you have met somebody who is the opposite of one of these positive energizers. It's going to be a tongue twister. I can see it here already. So despite all these other qualities you want in a match already, and we've talked about so many of them, someone being a life positive energy enhancer is definitely going to be on your list after we talk about this a little bit more, because these people find themselves in relationships that are life enhancing. And there are three things about these people that I wanted to share with you. One is that they know that uplifting others also is uplifting to themselves, right? Kind of like giving. When we give to someone else a gift, right? We reap the benefit of the giving. Or when we share with other people, it makes us feel good. Giving to charity makes us feel good about ourselves that we were able to do that and help other people. And these positive energizers also know that when they're feeling positive and uplifted and they give that to another person, it comes back, tenfold. Also, they know that giving this positive energy off can deplete them of this energy. Anybody, any caretaker or someone who's been around small children as a caretaker knows that you can give all day long, but at some point, you can't get water from an empty cup and you need to refill that cup or recharge that battery. So these positive energizers are very good at prioritizing whatever it is for them that recharges their own battery or fills their cup and allows them to continue on in a positive manner. So they take time. They're not going to allow themselves to run down. And along those same lines, they know that they need to prioritize their own needs. You can't always be a giver and not be willing to allow other people to give to you and take some of that. Give all the time and not receiving does not make anybody feel very balanced or continue to be a positive person. So they are willing to receive as well as give off that energy. And this energy is not just about, their personality. It truly is a mindset, a physicality, and also a spirituality that they give off. So attaining a very positive energy to share with others is definitely a worthwhile goal. And if you find one of these people and they have all the other qualities that you're looking for, it's a huge bonus, because who doesn't want to be uplifted and life enhanced on a regular basis? And one of the things that I read when I learned this term, positive energizer, is that people in general, even when they're introverts, are able to get energy from their group, right? I'll ask a lot of people during screening calls, are you an introvert or an extrovert? They say I'm introverted, but it depends on the people, because they're very comfortable in a small group, or they'll say I'm very outgoing and when I'm in a comfortable place with very close friends or family. And I thought it was just super interesting that even an introvert who typically gets their energy like I do from my alone time can fill that cup and re-energize that battery, recharge from the energy you get from being with people you care about and love. And if you do encounter one of these people while you're out there in the dating world, or you are working at becoming a more positive person yourself, I think it would be good to know that these people have more success in life. Obviously, that positive energy goes a long way in drawing people to you. These people often can help you, and that works to your benefit in the area of your job or work or career. People in general are attracted to these positive energizers and this positivity that people are putting off. It's like a moth to a flame, or even more aptly perhaps would be that we're drawn to these positive people the way that a plant will grow towards the light. I have to constantly rotate plants in the house so that different sides are facing the window, because they will constantly move towards that energy, light from the sun. And I want them to be even. I want you to be even too. So, and like the plant, this energy makes us feel more alive. Who wouldn't want that? So I'm thinking that this should probably be on your list of things that you're really hoping to find in a partner that you want to share the rest of your life with. Especially if you're a person who doesn't typically have that positive energy coming naturally. If it's something you're working at, having somebody else who's constantly modeling that for you and reminding you that it's something you're aspiring to, even in a friend or a coworker, that's great to be around somebody like that, not just for the way it makes you feel, but the way it does inspire you to be more like that. I talked about some of this positivity recently in an episode that I was doing about You Could Be Happier. Did you see that episode? And it was really about curating our social media so that it's a positive experience for us. Why would we actually choose to feed ourselves things that are not going to nourish us in a positive way? Are we playing that drinking game again, where every time I say positive or positivity, you're taking a drink? I hope it's coffee. You'll really have some energy. Hopefully it's positive after this. So I was saying, why choose something to follow, or somebody to follow, or an account on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok that's constantly bringing you down, when there's so much content out there that can lift you up and make you feel better about situations and encourages you and tries to be a light, as opposed to, a dark hole of despair that I sometimes bump into on the internet. Cleaning up my feed was a huge, huge change for me in my mood, actually, in the morning with coffee, when is my typical time to peruse social media, which is why I wanted to share the fact that I'd done that and inspire you to do the same. And to have anything that we're feeding ourselves that's bitter is never a great idea. And same with people, I would imagine. Why would we constantly choose to be around somebody who's constantly a downer and constantly bringing up negative ideas or thoughts, or looking at situations in a negative way, Debbie Downer, Danny Downer, when we have the option of surrounding ourselves with people who have that positive life force? And to wrap up this episode, I wanted to mention that, of course, it's in our own best interest to work at this, to strive to be always a better version of ourselves, a more positive version of ourselves. Comes naturally for some people. Other people have to work at it. People have to work at it harder. Even when you're working at it, it comes more easily to some than others. Has to do with how you were raised very often, other people you've surrounded yourself with, maybe social media. So I wanted to end by sharing with you that the payoff is tremendous when you either can become a more positive version of yourself, or you choose to surround yourself with friends that are positive energizers. But when your partner is constantly the person that you are home with, you actually have less anxiety, less depression in your life, lower blood pressure, you live longer, have more relationship satisfaction, strengthens your immune system even to be surrounded by this positive energy. So of course, choose to be with somebody like that. But even for the people that you care about, if you can be the person who does that for all of them, holy cow, what a gift you are. I appreciate you stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed the episode or learned something, or it made you think about something a little bit differently, or want to try making some small adjustment even in the way you look at things or your outlook or who you're looking for in a partner. Please give the episode a thumbs up like my mother is suggesting down there if you enjoyed it. Hit that ring bell so you're notified every time I upload a new episode. Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram. I never mentioned that until this week. But yeah, fun place to see what's coming up, and always a positive message in between sharing what's going on here on YouTube. So I promise it's always a very, very upbeat place over there. Thanks again for being here today, and I'll look forward to next time. And until then, have a good one. Everything is not coming together the way I like it to, but we'll forge ahead here, and I will muster up some positive thoughts about this and see if we can get through it despite my mouth wanting to do its own thing. Maybe I just need some coffee. I'll meet you back here in a second.